today we're treating the topic of sexual harassment. Earlier, we had a young man coming to share his own experience, and a lot has been said on this matter. But there's more. I have two people with me now that are willing to also share their unique cases with us. Welcome, Ms. Joy.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, I have Professor Ben here. Thank you, sir. Thank you for honoring us with your presence.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming. Okay, let's start with you, Joy. What was your experience like? What happened in your university?
Okay, while in school, I happened to be assistant course rep. And being in the spotlight, I couldn't avoid some wandering eyes of professors. I'm sorry, sir. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I had lots of issues, especially with one particular professor. I kept taking his course over and over, even down to my fourth year.
Wow.
Yes, until they changed him before I was able
to graduate.
Yes, before I was able to do that. Like, I was scared of having an extra year. Like, it took me everything. I had to pray, fast, consult my parent, and because of the fear of the stigma of reporting a professor, I couldn't even dare. Thank God I was able to graduate with my mate. It wasn't easy.
It wasn't.
But a lot of people were not fortunate.
They had to.
A lot that I know, not ahead of a lot of students. They're not as fortunate as I was. So.
It's so sad. Sir, from a lecturer's perspective, what do you think about this matter?
Yeah, actually, in the society at large, the society only want to know about the victim. They don't care to investigate or to even ask what led to sexual harassment.
Okay.
Not only in the school, in the public places, private places, all over the place.
Yeah.
So one thing would have led to the other. Now, we lecturers, for an example, naturally, we are all humans, first and foremost. I don't want to be personal. We have a standard. We have policies, we have principles, laid out rules, regulations, and guidelines in the school, guiding not only the students, also for the lecturers. So we lecturers are very professional in our job. We ensure that student-lecturer relationship is very cordial. Now, if we're really talking about sexual harassment in this context now, I want to break it down. One, into the cause, what is sexual harassment, and perhaps maybe what is the, I will put it, what is the deterrent to sexual harassment. Let me start from causes.
Okay.
Causes could be breaking down into two.
Okay.
Either social reasons or economic reasons. In the school, social, how does the female students, for an example, how do they dress to school?
Very important.
You see a student walking to the school premises with skimpy materials, skimpy dresses, with all the boobs, everything coming out. And you have a lecturer who has blood, water running in his face.
I see.
What do we expect? Sexual harassment starts with the female student who dress skimpily to school.
They get the attention.
To get their attention. And most of these females, I will refer to what I refer to as STD. Sexually, I'll say, transmitted or translated degree. They want a degree, and they go about it sexually.
Wow.
They want to seduce a lecturer. They buy lecturers all kinds of drinks, all kinds of emoluments, give them whatever they want. Some even offer their body.
Just to
you
graduate.
Book a hotel for a lecturer, you pay all expenses, you invite your lecturer, because you don't attend the classes, you don't do the assignment, you don't do anything. You have this relationship with your lecturer, you want to entice him.
Yeah, to make it easy.
Then at the end of the day, these females will start screaming rape, harassment. That is sexual harassment from the female students. Not only that, economic-wise, they don't have money.
Okay.
Most students, we all know the economic situation of maybe the countries, and they don't have enough money to keep them going in the school.
Yeah.
Not only against the lecturers, even among their fellow students. They start doing what we call runs.
Wow.
Yes, it starts with them. Economically, they start hobnobbing from one person to another, and at times they get the lecturers involved. So it starts with the female students.
Okay.
That is why. I'm not saying that the male lecturers are completely exonerated. I'm not saying that. Because like I said earlier, we have rules, regulations, policies, guidelines
I must follow.
against such activities or occurrences in the school.
Okay.
Now, not only that, these female students, most of them, peer pressure.
That's another thing.
Yeah, peer pressure.
They do it just because other people are doing it. Yeah.
You see a female student who say, oh, that lecturer gave me so grade on this particular subject, so you always fail it. Why don't you go and meet him? That pressure from this female student to the other student, he said, if I go, will he agree? He said, no, I will take you to him. I will introduce you to him. And before you know, that will also lead to what they call, in quotes, sexual harassment or rape. Now, if we're talking about sexual harassment, that word harassment, what does it mean? Dictionary definition of harassment, maybe when you are vexed over repeated pressure or on something which you don't want. They say that's a harassment. So a student who dresses every day skimpily to school is harassing the male lecturers, not even only the students, the male students.
I see.
So
I'm
sexual
sorry,
harassment-
Mark, can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
What about the female students who don't actually dress that way but still get harassed?
No, like I said later, I don't really, I'm not really defending only the male lecturers. Some people are the bad eggs. Yes, there are some bad eggs in every society.
Yeah.
It goes across the board.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the previous preliminary session of the Senate, the 8th session that went by, there is a bill, this sexual harassment bill, that's been read on the floor of the Senate.
Already, yeah.
Already, that kind of like they're trying to bring in like 5 years jail term for offenders, either the lecturer or educators, anybody. It's still ongoing. So it is not on, I'm not defending the male, like I said.
Yeah.
There are still some bad eggs that also need to be disciplined. So we can feed them out. But the bottom line, where it starts from, is from the female counterpart, as the students. They originate, they initiate, they start, they kick off this sexual harassment.
But that's not in all cases.
Yeah.
How about those that now have the misfortune of meeting some of the bad eggs that we're
Yes.
talking about, where a lady is decent, she doesn't miss class.
Okay.
She carefully handles herself.
That's right.
But for some reason, this one lecturer is fixed on her and insists that he must have her.
Good. We'll now look at the preventive measures. If a lecturer is maybe harassing you, that's called sexual harassment now. The lady or the student in question dresses very well, and is conventional in a mode of appearance and everything. So what such students will do to prevent such an occurrence is, if the lecturer is inviting you, do not go to his office alone.
Okay.
Make sure you go with someone, male or female, for whatever.
Yeah.
If he wants to have a private chat or talk with you, the person you went there with can wait by the door side.
So that
For the film, you know that somebody is there. Then nothing of such will really happen. Now, for the female also, if you are very sure and you want to really nail this lecturer who is really harassing you, there are many things you can do to garner evidence. You don't just come up and say, this lecturer is harassing me. It's your word against the lecturer's word.
That's true.
So you need overwhelming evidence. You may have your phone, you have a recorder, you can record certain things. These days there is this button you can put on your cloth that can video
That has
your
like a
environment.
camera,
It has a
okay.
camera.
Okay.
Yes, I will encourage that.
Okay.
for you to be able to prove your case beyond reasonable doubt that this man is actually harassing me. And if proven, go straight to the Senate
And report.
and make your report official.
Okay.
And it cannot be used as a blackmail because
Yes,
I must talk about it. Most of these students set up a lecturer. When you start talking dirty with a lecturer, what do you expect? And it may be a setup. Then you come with your recorder or your camera and you start recording it. Whereas it's a setup. And you're discussing dirty with a lecturer. At times we want to socialize. Of course, student-lecturer relationship, you want to socialize. And in that process, this student is already setting you up, either with a recorder or with a hidden camera or whatever. So in general, I am still blaming the female student.
I see. Thank you, sir. So, do you have anything to add before we go?
I don't support his theory.
Okay.
I really don't, because I studied in a place where ladies are not just allowed to dress the way they want to, but because of the cultural practices there. So most of all these ladies are well-behaved ladies, but they still faced all this from men who you see them outside. You say, oh, they are responsible. This is a family man. Oh, this is a great father. But these men oppress these ladies.
Sorry, let me cut you off in that. What do you think? In the school, in most institutions these days, it is written all over, posters all over, about students, rules and regulations, how they are supposed to dress.
True.
They post it in most places. As you walk into the school compound, they will tell you, no skimpy dress, no this, no that. They will say, no wearing of trousers.
No, but she's saying
that they don't
she's
dress
talking
that
about
way.
How about the girls that are decent?
Yes.
They don't dress funny. They don't act funny.
At
they don't
all.
seduce the lecturer at all.
That's right.
But still, this person still wants them and
That
is ready
is
to
on
torment
the
them.
outlook. That is on the facial outlook. What you see is not what you get inside.
So with all due
Many of these
respect,
ladies you are talking about, they look gentle outside, but inside they are like cats.
that's because the lecturers make the move first before they realize those ladies are like cats. That's the truth.
I want to disagree to some extent. I want to disagree to some, because we lecturers, we are professionals in our job. We are professionals and we abide by the rules and regulations. I'm not saying that there's no bad eggs. There's still a few bad eggs, but one bad egg cannot rubbish, the integrity of the entire school lecturers or institution.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay. There you have it.